field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
This is unbelievable.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Joey Slye to kick off.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense about to go to work, and it's Jimmy Garoppolo, Charles, at quarterback.
And the guy they call Jimmy G took a heavy dose of criticism after the Super Bowl loss a year ago with his team up 10 in the fourth quarter and not able to close the deal. So a lot of people have questioned whether he could win the big one. But he silenced the doubters with a big season this year, and now he has his Niners one win away from a return trip to the big game. And boy, would he love the opportunity to have the ball in his hands in the fourth quarter in the Super Bowl.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Coleman, the 49ers.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. Jermaine Carter on the
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first catch of the game for George Kittle.
Garoppolo's pass.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. And this is good for a first down, his second grab of this NFC Championship bout.
Down San Francisco.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. That catch good for only a couple. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice game.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target, and he didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Ball carrier.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
A 3-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson, and he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Taken down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up. Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
So you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He rifles complete, caught by Moore.
Bridgewater's pass.
And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
I know this may be jumping the gun a little bit, but 7-7, they're flinging it around like crazy. Look at the drive that's going on here. Partner, we may have to start thinking about one of these defenses just holding someone to a field goal and maybe trying to get advantage that way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
At the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Niners' 13-yard line. That's the end of the first quarter.
7-7, our score after 1. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Bridgewater. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Hey, baby.
I think you'd agree that looked like the right call from up here.
No doubt about it. What everyone has to understand is that the officials are going to be right on the play each and every time. You may not like the call, but they're usually spot on.
McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Flush to his right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down again. D Ford providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal, now brings up a decision on 4th down.
Makes the score Panthers 10, 49ers 7.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
At their own 25.
Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far here in the 2nd quarter. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Bridgewater. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. 33 yards that time.
Well, big plays have been a hallmark of this offense all season, so there was no reason to think that it wouldn't continue here in this title game. Obviously, the magnitude of the event, not getting to them early.
And some room to run now. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
From the red zone now, Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater eluding the pressure right. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the 1st.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. leads.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Christian McCaffrey there to make the grab. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And man, Charles, talk about zinging something in there. And those gloves, they help with one-handed catches, the fun stuff. Any padding for a rocket like that?
One would think so, but I'll guarantee you this, after that throw, his hands will hurt later. Not right now in the moment. He's just feeling good about catching it.
Yeah, a little stinger, but a touchdown. It's good to make it 17-7. So this drive spans 7 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. In on the stop, it's Tahir Whitehead. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Steps away. His throw incomplete. The intended receiver there, Ian Thomas, and it's 3rd and short.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
On 4th down, they do snap it to Bridgewater. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. 1st down on a pickup of 11. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 48 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now Joey Sly for the point after. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. 2 minutes remain in the first half of this NFC Championship. And a reminder, folks, as we've done all year, we'll send you to Orlando for our EA Sports Halftime Report coming up shortly. The coach with us, as always, as he will start to look ahead to Super Bowl 53. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
Complete to Tevin.
It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll bring up 4th down.
A short gain that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Teddy Bridgewater and his Panthers ready to go again. And he's been effective and they're winning, so it makes it a little easier to put a montage together.
It really does, doesn't it? Because we can see him throwing it really well. But how about everything else that's going on? Protection has been excellent. And, of course, the guys catching the ball have provided some highlight reels themselves.
Yeah, I mean, it's not always just one man. He's been good, but you got the guys catching the ball, too.
Yeah, you name it. It's all coming together for them. What they call that synergy. Everything working together really well. And right now, he's the focal point of it.
Good.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now the pass brought in by Roberts. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And again, it's Bridgewater. He's got a 1st down and much more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Carolina.
That one goes for 24 yards.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Sly on for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49ers ready to set up shop again offensively. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that George Halas Trophy and represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the AFC Championship game held earlier today. And it's the New York Jets who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this NFC Championship game. So with that, let's get you right back out for the second half, as one of these teams will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl. To find out who, let's turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Joey Slye to kick off for Carolina.
The Halas Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up first and 10. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, wide open, complete. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there for the Niners. 69 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Second and goal at the 4-yard line.
Second and goal from inside the 5. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Second down.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground. Now Garoppolo lost the football.
Teddy Bridgewater.
We talk a lot about setting the tone to start the game. Well, you want to start the tone right in the third quarter as well, and nearly lost a football there in their first drive.
And sometimes we overdo it when we talk about halftime adjustments and what teams are going to do. Most of the time, it's just a matter of executing the game plan you brought in. But I'll guarantee you, they didn't draw that play up on the whiteboard at halftime. They're fortunate to retain possession.
And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On is the punter Charlton now as he's able to get this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And he finds the tight end, Reed. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking sideline, incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Eric Berry there defensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that will be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
Taken in at the 22. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late, and that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. And last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there at 22.
A gain of 22 yards. 1st down, San Francisco.
throw. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a 1st down. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Here's Mostert. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Raheem Mostert.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Deebo Samuel.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the 49ers get a score closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Now Gold for the extra point.
Point after.
And the lead will be cut down to 14. A 10-play drive that time. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
He was brought down by Jimmy.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now left side on the swing pass. That catch good for only a couple.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 64 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. On this stage, conference championship game, every play is magnified, and that was a big play.
No doubt about it. One thing that has these guys a step away from a shot in the big game, their big play ability. They can strike from anywhere.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And San Francisco gets set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
And a 49er first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So no gain on the play. They'll decline the penalty to not give him the down back.
And were you thinking to yourself that maybe they would take the yardage there? Because I was. I definitely was. But as you noted, maybe they're just looking at the downs chart and saying, okay, we're comfortable where we are.
Garoppolo again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Garoppolo gets this into the hands of Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
25-yard line.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
First and goal.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Here we go. Ready?
They'll run with Mostert. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense is pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
One more time with Mostert. And for a second straight play, just nowhere to go thanks to this Carolina defense. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. So a tough pill to swallow there. A would-be touchdown pass in and out of his hands on 4th.
Sometimes it just comes down to execution, doesn't it? Because we're always questioning, should they go for it, should they not? Is it the right play call, is it not? In this situation, everything was right except for the finish. You have to catch the ball and convert.
At the 9-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Bridgewater gets this complete to Samuel. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Throwing is Bridgewater, rolling to his right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Davis will try to run for it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Forced out to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And This time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps for these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
That's another Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll try and run for it with Davis. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here,
and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. It's the fullback. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long. And they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Joey Slye now to kick off after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And we see James. He will now return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Garoppolo going to get this off to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Gain of 12. And the 49er first down.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
First down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's go, D. Check.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Again, looking for Samuel. This time the catch made. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. Well, they've had a great impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
And he's brought down. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. K1 short, his second sack of the night.
6 yards.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Switch up, switch up. March 56. March 56. Target, 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 target.
On 2nd and goal, Garoppolo. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Robbie Gould lining up.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Christian McCaffrey and the Panthers about set to go on offense. He has been a factor in a multitude of ways. Over 100 yards rushing. He's approaching that number in the receiving category, too.
And you know why I've always respected guys who can have these types of games? As a runner, you're going through a pile. People are raking at the football all the time. Your hands take a beating, okay? And to be able to still go out and catch the football in open field after going through that guy's dynamite.
He's been dynamite in this game so far. We'll see defensively if they have an answer because they need to come up with something. The Panthers are NFC champs. As we sign off here, thanks for watching and good night. And that'll close the books on the conference championship. For Charles Davis, myself, Brandon Gaudin, and our entire crew, we'll talk to you in 2 weeks from the Super Bowl.